what was your first hint in the media that this was not a carjacking, but a murder?
Well, as far as when did we in the media start getting skeptical about the carjacking story that she told? Um, it became a progressive thing. I mean, certainly, in the media, we're we try to take law enforcement's lead. Believe the victim, right? And at this point, for what we knew, Susan was as much a victim as anybody. But more and more, as there were no real legitimate sightings of the car, no sightings of the kids, no sightings of the suspect that fit any description that was put in the sketch artist description. Um, we the conversations in the newsroom began to come around to what if. I mean, we didn't get much past one the first layer of that answer really um, until it broke that she'd confessed. And so yeah, it was really a bizarre shift that we had to account for in our coverage, like, right away. And of course, as it was a national story about a white woman blaming a black man for the disappearance of her kids in the South, that expressly got the attention of Oprah Winfrey, who for a day moved her talk show from Chicago down to South Carolina to have a quote unquote town hall, so that there could be a conversation about the the racism associated with that. So that's one piece of it. And then just the the whole how could she aspect of it too. I mean, for definitely that was definitely a facet of the story for the next several days after her confession, for sure.
Did you ever get a chance to actually meet Susan Smith?
The only time I know I was in the same room with Susan Smith, it was during her trial. It was during her testimony in the trial. And remember, the trial wasn't about whether she killed him or not. They stipulated that there was no the defense was clear that it was her actions that resulted in the death of her own children. The defense they were putting up was really to try to keep her from not suffering the death penalty. So she was testifying at trial, and I was in the courtroom that hot summer day in Union, South Carolina, in a courtroom not particularly well designed to keep 100 media people cool. When she testified that while she was still sort of in her relationship with David, she was having an affair with her boss. She was having an affair with kind of the final boyfriend she had, the one who said he didn't really want to have kids, Tom Finley. And she was also still in that sexually abusive situation with her stepfather that had been going on for a little around 10 years at that point. It was probably 4 months before the murders happened that she finally broke that off. But she admitted to all that in open court on that day. And she was very matter of fact about it. I wouldn't say at peace. There was I'm not a huge person on reading body language, but I could tell that there was some torment going on there.